If you have like 4 husbands and they die,
You like it.
you like it.
You like it.
When we say kinky clubs in Berlin,
Exactly.
what do we mean?
Yeah.
Like they have sex.
Kit Kat.
Yeah, like, they sex friendly. They are sex positive.
If you have something in your life, it means you unconsciously want this to have in your
Even
life.
if it's bad.
Especially if it's bad.
Okay.
This is Just Any Podcast, the most useless podcast ever. Sit back, relax, and prepare to wonder why you listening to this in the first place.
What you have there? Existential kink.
Yeah.
Kink?
Kink. You know what is kink?
Kink, something strange?
No. That is actually funny. I tried to translate the word kink, but it doesn't.
Like when they say kinky, she has kinky clothes and kinky club.
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean?
Well, you grasp the idea, but can you explain it? What is like? I can't explain.
Something strange, something not normal.
Maybe bad in some way.
Bad. Necessarily bad?
Not necessarily. But also
something that's out
not
of
normal.
the ordinary.
Not normal, yeah.
And something that's not maybe accepted in a society.
Exactly,
like
yeah.
Generally not accepted.
Yeah. Taboos also.
Yeah. Like when we say kinky clubs in Berlin.
Exactly.
What do we mean?
Yeah.
Like they have sex.
Kit Kat.
Yeah, like they sex friendly. They are sex positive. Do you remember that?
No.
Sex positive. One time I was in the metro and
No.
in underground. I don't know how they call it in England. No, England underground, but in American metro or what?
Yeah,
Metropole. And I heard this conversation of 2 young people, like they were guys like from England, I guess. And one was telling the other one like, yeah, I know these clubs. No, bars. They are very sex positive. I can tell you the.
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
I can tell you the address, and yeah, you just go there. It's very fun.
Yeah, so it's
sex
Berghain,
positive.
I guess. And,
No, he was talking about bars actually.
Bars.
Not yeah.
Bars.
Like he meant that you can meet people and they are sex positive, you know.
Yeah, nice.
I learned a new. So yeah, kink.
Yeah, I recently
came. But what does existential kink mean?
Well, wait for it. It will come.
Unmask your shadow and embrace your power.
Yeah.
Carolyn Elliott wrote this.
Yes.
PhD.
Ooh,
okay, yeah. PhD. Impressive.
Yeah. This book really like blows my mind, and I'm reading this for the last 3 or 2 days, I guess. And I felt into love with the ideas that this woman is bringing here. And it's very interesting. So what is she saying? That we need to, if we want to heal ourselves, like
from traumas,
from everything, we need to integrate our shadowy parts
in our life.
So we have this conscious part of ourselves and unconscious part of ourselves. So unconscious part is like a huge part of ourselves with which we just deny, repress, and put out of there, and we don't want to connect ourselves with this part. What she's saying that you need to bring your unconscious part to your conscious and celebrate it and fall in love with it. And try to embrace it with all yourself. And I'm like, wow, what a weird idea. Because in all our lives, we just repress a lot of thoughts, a lot of things that appear in our mind. We say, no, this is not me. This is something else. This is shadowy. This is bad. I don't want to relate. And we just repress it, and it is there. And what she says, there actually were 2 ideas in this book that I liked very much. First was that you are not who you think you are. And I like, wow, okay, this is very interesting. And the next idea she's bringing it is that having is the evidence of wanting. So if you have something in your life, it means you unconsciously want this to have in your life.
Even if it's bad.
especially with that.
Okay.
And it's always bad. Like we claim that we want this, but in our lives, 90% of our lives, we become exactly the opposite what we claim we wanted. So she said that you can see what are your unconscious wants if you watch your life and observe what you have in your life. Is it clear what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
But no, I'm listening to the end. And
Yeah, actually, I'm not finished it yet, but there are also a lot of exercises that I'm doing. I have done one of the exercises for like 4 days, and I love the exercises a lot. And this is about that we claim something we want in our life. Yeah. But why don't we have this? Why don't we have this? So the exercise is you're writing it, the opposite of it. So let's go to the example that I want success in my life, okay? So you write in piece of paper that, dear universe or dear kinky God, I don't know how you... yeah,
that's new.
Her idea is that God is a kinky motherfucker and you are a part of the God and you are also a kinky motherfucker.
What does
and
that mean, kinky
I will come to that.
motherfucker?
I will come to that.
Okay.
Yeah, and so this exercise, you write down that, dear God, dear universe, dear whatever the hell you want to approach it, that I absolutely refuse to have success in my life. So you are claiming you want to have success, but the exercise is the opposite. You're writing, I am absolutely refusing to have success.
But do you define success? What you should define it, because
for it's my example, but you can define it. You can write, I want to earn like 5,000 euro salaries per month, or you want to be rich and famous. You should to define it. Okay, success is just one word for the globe. And then you're writing down like 20 answers. I refuse to have success in my life because I have deep fear that if I have success, something will happen, something. And 20 points, you're writing it down. And in the end, you just ask this motherfucker to remove all these fears. And the end point of this exercise is to throw the paper and just throw it away. You're coming the next day, you're sitting down and you're doing the exactly same thing.
About the same stuff?
About the same stuff, about the same fear. You're working with the same fear. I have done it, not with success, another fear that I have for like last 5 or 6 days. And the point of this exercise is that, and I'm starting to feel it, that I am getting so fucking annoyed. I'm getting so fucking annoyed.
So you've done it like 5 times?
Yeah, 5 times, but you 5 times writing down a lot of fears that will come with that thing. And I'm already like feeling, okay, I have this fear. So what? I have this fear. And in the end, you will read it out loud. So ideally, you will read it to a friend and then you tore it apart. I don't have a friend at home, so I will at home. I'm not doing it with you every day.
Why?
We are
Why
not living together. Yeah. But the point of the exercise is that you do it over a period of several weeks, maybe, if you have this patient. And then you will automatically be done with the fear, because you are so done of feeling it, because every time you also write it down, for me it was also so, every time I write it down, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling exactly this feelings. And in the beginning, the first time when I started, it was so intense. I cried because like I even couldn't imagine that I have this fear, seriously. I was like, wow, this is so shadowy, this is so fucking dark. Do I have this inside me? And then this is me? Really? Is this me? And then second day, okay, third day, sixth day, and I'm like, okay, I have this. Okay, this is okay. And you're supported about it, and you are living these fears over and over. And the point is that of living this, you're getting rid of this. I'm not in the end of the journey, but I absolutely love this exercise, and I will continue doing it for a period of weeks, and we'll see what happens. And there are also a lot of other exercises. I will not tell all about them, but read the books.
Sounds
very, very interesting. Yeah. So you're integrating the taboo topics about your unconscious life. You bring all these topics to your life, and you're starting to also feel them and live them and like them. There's also another example. I liked it very much. This is the topic that we spoke in our previous
Actually,
podcast.
it's all everything about our previous podcast.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
It's like
But
the
this is exactly the topic we spoke the last time. So she's bringing the example of a young man who is in his 20s, and he wants to be a successful man who is working, who is responsible for his life. He maybe wants to marry and to keep his family. And he's failing it, and he's failing. He's accepting. He's going to work. Then he's I said he's losing his job. He's coming back. He gets fired. He's coming back to live with his parents, and he's feeling a total failure. So he doesn't want that, but he has this. And the point is, if this young boy looks very deep inside, because coming back to the point that having is the evidence of wanting, coming back to the really, really unconscious thoughts, this boy, this man wants to be dependent. Oh my God, what I thought? This is so shameful. He's 20 years old, young boy, young man. Why would he want to be dependent? When he thinks about it, he's like so much ashamed, and he's feeling guilt and like everything that society puts on you, because you shouldn't supposed to feel that you want to be taken care of, because you are a young man and you should have responsibilities and blah 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 blah. And I liked it very much, because when I also looked in my life and looked to the things that I have and also analyzed it, I am very often, and a lot of us, complaining about the situations that we don't want in our lives. We don't want that. But don't we want it, or we want it?
Yeah. We have to be honest with
We
ourselves.
have to be honest about that. And she's also, there is also another practice when you sit in the meditation state and you bring these issues. So you have, I don't like this. You have several points you don't like. You will take one don't like in your actual life situation, and you will start to observe this situation. Do you really don't like it? But it is repeatedly coming to your life. Why it's coming to your life? And then I did it. I did it to another topic in my life that I don't like. I did it with dependent situation, because my situation is that for several months, I think 3 months before, I wrote my resignation letter and started to be dependent again. So I worked, now I'm not working and I'm dependent. And I'm very often complaining, and you know about that, complaining the situation that I absolutely don't like. I absolutely don't adore the situation being dependent. I don't want that. When I started the meditation, I asked me the question, I like the situation or I don't like the situation? And then slowly it came up, maybe some part of me very repressed, very, very far away, that I don't want to relate with even, I don't want to recognize her, but this part of me wants to be dependent. And it was like such a shameful thought for me. And she's always speaking about that if you bring these ideas, you will feel shameful. But the most important thing, that never feel shameful or guilt about anything. So I said, okay, I'm just dropping it. I'm not shaming myself. I don't have any guilt. I just observing what I feel. I brought that into my observation. Okay, I like this. Why I like this? I need to know the answers. Why I like this? What happened to me that I like this? Nothing coming to me. Nothing. I'm sitting there. Nothing coming to me. I'm patient. I'm continuing with the practice, and then out of nowhere, I just remembered one situation in my life that happened when I was very, very young. I was 5 years old, and then we were living, as maybe a lot of people at those times, very poor. So my father had to go to Russia to work and then come back, and I had a very deep connection with my father. So when he left for work, I felt that I am left. I couldn't express my thoughts. I couldn't say at those time anything because I was 5 years old. I couldn't even understand what's happening with me. But when he was back, my mother always tells me the story that I hugged him for hours, and I put my cheek into his cheek, and I just
you told me that story, actually.
cried very calmly, like my tears are going. I just cried for hours. And I feel so much protected at that moment. I feel so much like so much that I'm loved. I am loved. And my father always, until now, he always says that he's always with me. He will always take care of me. And I think this was the turning point for me, that event. And after that event, I feel that I need him, or I need somebody like him to take care of me, because I don't want to be alone, or I don't want to be left alone. And this practice brought me to this idea. I could, in the end, understand why part of me likes this thought of being dependent. And I felt so relieved, actually. I even cried in during doing so. And she's also writing that maybe while doing this practice you will have such thought that's you will cry. And actually, I haven't read it to the end, so I don't know. So what she's saying, you need to celebrate this idea. You need to love this idea. So okay, I'm dependent. I like to be dependent.
Oh, okay.
You need to give it space into your life. Okay, you need for a week, let's say, or 2 weeks, or how much you need it. You need to love being dependent, like celebrate it with all yourself. And this repressed feeling, this taboo feeling that you pushed away the whole of your life, bring to your conscious. And then it is free, like it don't need to be manifested in your life over and over, because it is there. You recognize it, you accept it. The point is that we are manifesting everything in our lives, but we are doing it unconsciously. We don't even understand how the manifestation works. So sometimes we think that manifestation works, that you stand in front of the mirror and say, I'm rich, I'm successful, but it just doesn't. It works exactly the opposite. What you are repeatedly there, repeating over, you're manifesting that one. So you bring all your stuff small by small to your conscious, you observe that, you celebrate that, you love that, and you free that. You don't have compressed energy there anymore.
Okay, and then what happens? What if it stays there?
It stays consciously.
Yeah, you love that's not bad. Like you stay with that thought that you are dependable and you love it. And
you love it. Just live it. You love it. You love it. You love it. Live like that. Okay. At least now you know. At least you are not pretending to love another things and say, "Oh my God, bad things are happening to me. I want to work, but I can't work because my boss is full of shit and she fired me." It's not the case.
Yeah, that's exactly the topic we talked about the previous time when I was talking about my, like, I accepted that a long time ago that I just don't want to work. Well, that's it.
Yeah, but of course this is not about the work only. This is about all the aspects of your life that
it's like
you see you have right now. What problems you have, what bad situations, what family situations, what sicknesses, what everything you have.
But it has, like, I have a lot of questions to that, actually. It doesn't it sound a bit okay, what if a person is abused and like her husband, like, mainly it happens she is abused, like the woman, and her husband is beating the shit out of her, and what she should write down, and she should understand that she actually wants it.
Yeah, so also she arose that question that there are unconscious things that we create ourselves, and also there are unconscious things that happens in the society, in the cultural development. So this abuse, killing, all the stuff, it is not necessarily that you created it unconsciously, but this is something that comes from and within the society, and you're experiencing it, and some part of it. So okay, she's explaining like that, as I said in the beginning, that God is a kinky motherfucker who wants to have all kind of experiences that there are, from the bad to the very good and from the very bad. So it's a spectrum of experiences, and he wants to experience everything.
Okay.
And you, as a part of a God, you also want to experience as good stuff as well as good stuff as well as bad stuff. But we always tend to differentiate, like, this is moral, this is immoral, this is good, this is bad. I want to relate to the bad, I want to accept the bad, so I don't want it. But do you really want it, or you don't want it?
So I still didn't understand what you mean. So if a person experiences abuse over and over, it means that she wants it.
Yeah. Some part of her wants it. Like some part of her wants it. But she is not, or he, the person is not recognizing it. So it's coming to the point that she says, what you have, you want it. And yeah, it's a kind of difficult to talk about the abuse, but I think there are a lot of situations about the abuse that are repeated. So if you're being raped, it means you want it. Like, actually, I have difficulty to understand that. You know, because not once, but the situation is repeating to you. It means something. Okay, if you are abused one time, and that is, you don't want, but imagine the abuse is ongoing. What is this? What kind of situation is this? She's saying that this is the kind of situation that you want unconsciously to experience these bad things.
Okay, so
actually, she has, about the rape, she has a very good example here. It's about the Persephone and Pluto. In the Greek mythology. Okay. Yeah. She has a very interesting interpretation about this rape.
Pluto? It's from Roman mythology. Okay, Roman mythology.
Yeah. So, not Greek?
Greek, it's not Pluto, it's Hades. Pluto is the same god, but in Roman mythology. God of underworld, right?
Yeah,
he stole Persephone and he raped her.
Exactly.
She's the daughter of Demeter.
Yeah. So she has a very interesting interpretation of this mythology, which I find very.
Persephone wanted to be raped by Pluto.
Persephone created unconsciously Pluto, so that she can.
So he's not real.
So she can. No, he's real, but she created him. So she could experience all the range of bad and difficult experiences. You understand that?
Okay, she's now fucking up the whole mythology, actually, because Persephone didn't create Pluto. Pluto was the brother of Zeus, like not Pluto, Hades.
Not created, like gave a birth, but in her mind she created the version
the situation
of Pluto,
or
the version of Pluto that wanted to rape her. So she wanted to experience the rape.
Okay.
And that's why, she.
Strange.
Yeah.
So she uses this metaphor from mythology. Yeah, what I was going to say, I forgot. Oh my god. Okay, so Persephone created this guy.
Yeah.
Because she wanted to be raped.
Yeah, she wanted to experience all the stuff from bad to the good.
Okay, but so that means that every person theoretically wants to experience the bad stuff and good stuff. But why?
What she says.
Okay, but why some people are acting on it and the others are not?
What do you mean by acting on it?
Like, some people are getting raped and the others are not.
Yeah, because
if everyone wants to experience bad stuff, some people they don't.
For you, it's like you choose what kind of experience you want to have.
Okay.
Not everyone wants to be raped, I guess.
Yeah. I understand. But there are a lot of people that they just live the good life, successful life.
How you know? They are also struggling. How you know that successful is for you? they may still have a lot of issues to
So
struggle
any
with.
struggle
Yeah.
means that actually I want this. But
Yeah.
that makes sense. Of course you want struggle in your life.
Yeah, then
Because-
why are you fighting with the idea?
No, I'm just trying to understand, and in the process of it, I'm just thinking out loud.
No, you
Because
were like,
one
it's
of
wrong, but yes, it's wrong.
But yeah, because sometimes, like she says, she says some things that are for me, like I think very basic, but she says it
Well,
very sophisticated in a very
I'm not
sophisticated
saying
way.
it's not
you know?
basic, or I'm saying it was helpful for me. Maybe it's a very common idea and you know about these ideas, but for me it was new, and I'm like bringing it to discuss because I was very interested and curious about the idea. Actually, there is a fun thing that also happened while I was reading this yesterday or before yesterday. My mom called me and she was like furious. She's always furious about the same thing that is repeatedly over and over every day, every second of her life. It's
What's
just
that?
happening.
Can you say that?
So she is, as she says, very organized person. She likes,
as she says.
yeah, she likes order and the things to be in their places and so on and so on. But she's living with my dad and with my brother, who are extremely opposite of it. Extremely, like, can you imagine a guy? My brother can just open the fridge and forget about to close it. And can you imagine our home? They are just throwing everything they have, the clothes, the shoes, everything, and they don't see, they don't care about it. And my mom,
she's actually cleaning up after them, right?
She's cleaning up, she's complaining all the time. This is the main topic in her life, and she was telling me that, and I was reading the book. Actually, I said, hey mom, can you just listen to me? I was reading this book, which was very interesting. The evidence of what you have is actually means what you want. And she was in the mood that she was like and she said, okay, now do you mean that I am a big fat pig? That is what you mean.
Yeah, I think you chose not the right time to tell you that because
Yeah, but it was funny.
Okay, but she didn't understand what you wanted
she
to
even
say, right?
couldn't listen to
Yeah,
what
of
I was
course.
saying. I was trying to say, you are not the one you think about yourself. Just go deeper and deeper. Maybe there are a range of the cohorts, that is her name, that you can discover that. And no, I know who am I exactly know. This is me. I like. Okay.
Yeah, that's the problem. To talking with people when we talk. Like today, I was listening to Jordan Peterson, and he told me, like not me, but in a way, he told me this was something something basic again, but something that you don't really act upon. Like.
Yeah.
Something that you should have known, actually, you listened it a lot of time, you came, maybe you thought about it, but you never do it. You maybe try, but actually no. He said, if you want to help a person, just don't think that you know what the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think that even the person knows what the problem is.
Yeah.
Just listen. And in the process of listening, you both, if you are completely free of biases, if you're completely free of the assuming that you know what's happening with this person, in the process maybe you will come to the problem, because the person will identify this problem, will define this problem. And yeah, we all heard of it, right? But it's so fucking hard to just listen to the person and not jumping to the conclusions and saying, hey, listen to me, I know what your problem is, this and this and this, and maybe it's not.
Yeah, it's so fucking complicated.
Yeah, and that's why I'm a bit I understand what you mean. It sounds actually very good. I actually want to try myself this
read it,
the thing. But at the same time, I think that it's not the answer to anything in the life. of a person.
Well, yeah, of course, no. There are a lot of...
It cannot be like the answer of every problem that I have is because I want the problem. Like in Germany we say jein, yes and no. Maybe
I have one maybe characteristics of myself I have discovered lately that whatever I read or whatever sounds to me very interesting and I'm burned up with the idea, I want to experience it, and I am fully accepting it, all the concept, and I'm fully diving into it. I have that. So I will be doing this. I'm committed 100% of this, and let's do an experiment. Let's see where I will be after some time, because right now I'm working with 2 fears of mine, and I'm very curious what will happen in the end. Because it's interesting the process. It's interesting what will happen if I bring all these things from unconscious self to the conscious. But I also have this fear that I will bring them and I will stuck with them, but I will bring them because I'm curious.
And I have the opposite of that, like that, because every time I'm listening to a new idea, I'm like, stop. At first I need to analyze this. Is this actually working? Could it work? Like theoretically. And then if I find it, yes, okay, maybe for me it sounds interesting, then maybe I will try it. I think like every approach has its contours, and
you need to find the approach that is good working with you. This is all.
Yeah, but it sounds interesting because like, okay, she did a little of marketing shit, created a god, kinky god. I understand that that's quite marketing stuff. Just say like paraphrase of just saying your problems, something that you just
it's
want
an interesting
them to
approach.
have.
I will never read somewhere that you will approach God as a kinky motherfucker who wants to experience the whole range of the bad and good stuff. And I like the idea. Okay.
It actually makes sense in a way that only one type of problem that it's recurring in our life. That's what she's talking about.
Problems. Not the one-time thing that just happened to you.
Yeah, of course. But that makes sense. I will try it. Interesting where it will lead me.
Is it interesting for you to know how I came to this book?
Yes. Okay, another story. Not esoteric, please. Esoteric?
No, funny, a little bit. Do you remember the guy I showed you in Instagram?
A German guy, the Henrik?
No, Janik.
Janik,
Janik.
Janik.
Okay, so he has Instagram, and then I went to his page, and I saw that there is another link leading to his personal page, and this is called Fear Fuckers.
Fear
fuckers.
Like fear or fear? Ah, okay, not German fear, which means four. Okay.
I was, of course, curious. Of course, I was curious.
So he was talking about that.
So this is a community of quite now I think 500 people or so are in it. Me too, in it, and every week there are live calls. I haven't participated yet. I will be participating, I think, next week. It's very interesting. And then after that, he posted the recording of this like live recordings, and I find it so like motivating and fun and good. So there are a lot of people who are just seeing his page. He's a funny guy, and they just check in his Instagram and going to see what the fuck is this. And he wrote actually what this means, that stop healing, start living your life. And actually a lot of people find it very interesting that stop healing, start living. And he was healing himself for 10 years in Malaysia or somewhere else. Yeah, and in this live calls, people are coming, and he's like, he is introducing himself and asking people to introduce themselves. Why are they here, and so on, so on. And the conversation is always coming back to the fears, what kind of fear you have, and this is very interesting, like things. And people
He's not a psychologist. He's just a guy who created this community,
who healed himself.
But he's saying stop healing.
Yeah, because he's healed.
Okay. That's very funny.
Yeah,
you stop healing. I healed myself, but that's just me.
You don't need to.
You don't need to.
You don't need to. Yeah, and he was talking about the existential king. And first I was listening Existential Kink. I was searching for Existential Kink, couldn't find any king. Then he's also making his own program and putting some exercises from this book, the exercises about the fears I told you. And I started to do that. I said, this is amazing.
Even before
I had the book, yeah. And then I watched 2 or 3 this live recordings. It's actually very fun. People are coming there from all over the world. And just random people start talking about their fears and how they can overcome these fears. And I found this so encouraging. I find it very, very encouraging because this last week also was a little bit difficult for me, and I was listening to one of these recordings, and he was talking about the bad shit, and actually I heard from the first time from himself that God is like a kinky motherfucker. He's making fun of it, and he said like if this bad stuff happens to you, just let you in, just accept this everything from in yourself, and like be sad, 100% be sad, 100% grieve, and 100% go to the process. I mean, those are basic steps. I'm not saying that they are creating something very like extraordinary, but I find this community very, very helpful because I think myself, I also can go someday there, and I also want to.
They also have offline meetings.
No, it's online. Every
you
Saturday.
just said I can go there.
I thought online,
maybe offline too.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, and I also want to go and maybe to talk about my fears and maybe what I do. And it was such a nice idea for me to go and do it with random people. I liked it.
Yeah, it's like group therapy with random people, because when they share something very, very private, you want to share in return.
And everyone is like that. And when Yannick is talking, he's talking very nice, very good, and in a very acceptance way. And I think also, and you can also notice a very good environment there. Everyone is like enjoying. Everyone is very super proper happy to be there. Yeah, so I heard about that book. And I find it a good community.
Nice. Yeah. But I just don't like. Why the hell God? Like, why do we have to mix up the God here? Isn't it easier to say just every fucking human being is a kinky motherfucker?
She wrote in her book that as those spiritual masters says, there is a God, and we all are the part of God. So let's accept it. So as God is kinky, then we are kinky, and we want to experience all this stuff. And actually, as you know, I'm
Esoteric.
Yes. Just one sentence.
Okay, one sentence. You're allowed to one sentence. Okay, tell me.
So there is a theory in Esoterica. It's actually called Gnosticism, but I'm not.
It's not
very
a theory in Esoterica. That's philosophy.
Yeah, but I'm not very much sure that what I'm saying comes from Gnosticism.
Okay.
What do you know about Gnosticism?
But not a lot. That's just the basic stuff, that they are all about knowledge. Like
knowledge? What do you mean?
Okay, tell me, and then maybe we're talking about different stuff.
Yeah, I think so. So in this theory, they said that our physical universe was created not by universal or general God, one God, not.
Okay.
It was created by a demiurge. I was once telling
Demigod.
you, demiurge, not demigod. Demiurge.
Who is Demiurge?
So there are also ranges of
Like the angel?
gods, it's like an angel, yeah. So God is somewhere very far. He created the galaxies, the universe, and so on, so on. But there are also the dependent spirits who created the planets.
Okay.
In this theory. So in this theory, our physical planet was.
You're talking about planet.
Planets.
Because previously you said universe.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, planet.
So our physical planet was created by this demiurge, who is actually bad, who is actually the devil himself. He's devil himself. So I'm thinking if it is he,
This existential kink
absolutely goes to the top.
Okay,
he wants to experience all the bad stuff.
Okay, one more. If the Satan created our planet, why do we have kindness?
Yeah. Good question. I have answered to that question.
You have?
I have an answer, yeah. In this theory, again, said that God created only the material part, only our physical bodies. But this demiurge, this devil,
not God.
Satan, yeah. He couldn't create our spirits, because this is only mainly God's job.
Okay, so God created
the soul. God
created the galaxies,
Satan,
and souls.
Exactly, because
souls
are only part of His Highness.
His Highness, Your Highness, God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Understood.
Maybe, who knows? Maybe we have a lot of.
If you connect those two, it will make total sense. Which I'm connecting,
You believe in that? In Satan, in God?
Satan. In my mind, I always think, what if? And I would really very much enjoy the idea if it is real. I want some intrigue, some interesting stuff in my life. I want to really, really, really believe and know that yes, Satan created us, and there is God somewhere there. That someone is taking care of us. We're not alone. There are aliens, and I can see aliens, and they can abduct me one day.
Please abduct her.
How many times can I repeat that?
I think that's the point. You have to let it go. And maybe someday they will. Later.
I was.
But that's okay.
Yeah, I was listening to a very not funny but a spiritual podcast this last 4, 5, 6 days, because it was
a lot happened this 6 days.
It was 4 hours.
You just divided it into.
It was hard. It was very, very hard to listen to. So this woman who is a connector, do you know what is connector?
Oh my God! Again, that woman.
No. She's a Russian one. Yeah.
Okay, no idea.
No,
okay,
that one is not a connector. That
one remote viewer. Yeah. She's the connector. Okay.
Yeah, she's connector. And she says, so the guy who was interviewing her said, how the hell would I know that you're a connector?
I'm telling you that.
I'm telling you, first of all. And next she said that if a person, for example, you, Rosie, want to be a connector, what can you do to be a connector?
I go. Let me think on that. I go to a special university where they teach where you can connect.
No.
Connecting people. No,
you just like studying. That's why your mind
university,
is working.
I don't know.
No.
But that's fun.
No.
Okay.
Think direct and basic and like.
So I just talk with God and tell him appoint me as your connector or what? And he's like,
no, you are
appointed.
No, you are not appointed from the God. You don't understand the concept.
Demiurge, I don't know, Satan. Who's appointing connectors?
Okay, I see the white flag. Do I see the white flag here? Do I see it?
Even if I'm in black,
Yeah.
but here's some white.
Yeah, so you don't know. You accept you don't know the answer.
I accept my failure.
Okay.
And defeat.
So listen carefully. If you want to be a connector, you just sit and say, I'm a connector.
Okay, that was the most easy.
I told you. I said, just be easy.
Wow. That was mind-blowing.
Funny.
Remind me, what does connector do?
She connects
What exactly?
you and the spirits. The range of spirits. You know, there are 21 levels of the spirits.
Okay, I think
so. The Hitler, if you are wondered, is in the 6th level. If you're interested,
6.
And Stalin 6. Also 6, not 1, not 2nd.
Why? Who told you
they
that?
Are
who? How they define that?
The woman.
She just said that they are 6.
No. Yeah.
Because we have to believe her
because she's the connector. She also talked to them.
Okay, and you listened to this podcast for 4 hours, really? Oh my God!
No, she was telling about her experience. She has another YouTube channel which I haven't checked yet. I will be checking it.
Another 16 hours of podcast.
I will be telling the stories here.
Oh my God! We have to do something about it, guys and girls. Actually, okay, you expired. Your limit is expired.
Don't you have fun here?
Yeah, of course. I'm a connector.
Yeah, and this is the last sentence, and I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Just bear in your mind. She also connected to the Jesus.
Okay, yeah.
Nothing shocking. I'm writing something about Jesus, so I'm very curious.
You're writing something about Jesus? Oh my God, yeah. Okay, I thought in the context of I thought completely different things, you know. I thought like my mind went like in other direction completely. Well, okay. And I completely forgot what I was going to say because I was like, I'm the connector, guys, now.
So I was thinking, if the logic is so, maybe I should sit and say, really? I'm the abductee.
Yes,
I am the abductee, and you are the abducted.
And tomorrow you will wake up, and in your mind you will create a story where at night you were abducted, and they talked to you, and they told you something.
I like the way you are thinking.
And then you will go to YouTube or I don't know.
I will write it, and we'll shoot a movie.
And not a movie. You can earn money. You can just collect.
You shoot a movie, you earn money.
No, I mean easier. Movie is not an easy thing to do. I mean, you just tell people that you're a connector, abductee, and you create a cult. Oh my God.
Well, yeah,
and then I won't speak with you.
I like the idea. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, bye. Oh, wow.
What?
Okay.
What is wrong?
Nothing.
Range of logic. The logic is a spectrum.
Okay. Everything is a spectrum.
Everything is a spectrum.
Great.
Yeah. You have something to add, or we can finish?
I wanted to talk about like when you talked about Satan and Jesus and stuff and religion. I wanted to share about the TV show that I'm now watching. I told you like a couple of days ago, but I will repeat it. It's called Evil, and I really like some things about it. I really love. Other things, maybe sometimes it's boring, sometimes I don't follow, like because again, it's boring. But the general thing is that I'm now watching like the second season, maybe the last episodes of the second season, and it has this effect on me. Okay, it's about first of all, I should talk about what it's about. It's called Evil, and it's about the Catholic Church that has like three people that investigate like strange stuff that's happening to people. Like, for example, you know that Catholic Church in America, even I think here, but in America especially, they make a lot of money in order to, like, when somebody thinks that he's possessed or something, they call the priest exorcism, the possession and stuff, and they call priest, and priest comes and tries this exorcism like ritual, and they get money and stuff like that. But at first, these three people who is working for the Catholic Church, it's a priest to be, one a technician, like he's very good at like computers and stuff, and the other one is clinical psychologist, and they go to places and they like talk to people who possessed. Yeah, and they decide if he or she is actually possessed or it's just a psychological state. And this clinical psychologist and the technician guy, they are really, really agnostic. Like, they are atheists. Like, they don't believe in this shit, and very rational about it, especially the psychologist. And she always tries to understand things from the point of view, like a psychologist. Like, she's not obsessed, for example. She just has this trauma, and it's called like that. And they give a lot of definitions of trauma or definitions of like psychological, I don't know, from situations. Yeah. And sometimes it's very, very interesting. But at the same fucking time, they always try to rationalize these things, but at the same time you see that at the end something is going on there. Something is up, and the demons are actually real by the end of the second season. Yeah, you understand that? Actually, yes, they're very real. And because of this dichotomy and rationalizing, a lot of rationalizing and a lot of self mirroring yourself, like, as a religion, because they talk about Catholic Church a lot, and they show this fears, demons, and religious people a lot, and at the same time they're rationalizing it, and at the same time they're showing that something of it is real, and you're like, okay. By the end
Show me the truth.
Yes, but by the end of the second season, you're thinking it is real. Some of it actually is real, and you kind of starting believing in it, you know, because they created this atmosphere of non-belief that you're actually starting to believe in these demons, even outside of this TV show.
I think the target audience for this movie is exactly you. Because if I watch it from the beginning, I say, okay, demons, they're real, okay. Then I'm not so much surprised as you, maybe, once you see that.
Yeah, it's actually,
But I will watch.
It's very new approach, because usually, like in supernatural or in other fantasy-like TV shows, it's like easy. They are real. That's it. And you have to accept it. And that's why it's actually a gamey thing for you, because you accept it because it's the rules of the TV show. But you actually don't believe in them. You're just accepting these rules. But now it's very interesting.
I can totally understand what you're saying, because I'm listening to this guy's podcast, this Piotr, for quite a long
Esoteric
time. Esoteric guy, but he's telling the stuff, but he's trying always to rational everything he's saying. So he was interviewing this woman that I was this contact and he was very skeptical. He was like trying to ask direct questions, and it's very interesting to get to know this topic with him, to experience this with him, because he's not saying this everything is true. He's just trying with us to understand the things. And he's very, very literal. He read a lot of literature in this field. And sometimes he's even like telling he's reading the books and telling us the short summary of the book. And you're interested about the book, you start to read the book. So yeah, it's something closer to what you said. Also, you're going with him, yeah.
But the thing is, we talked about it a lot of times, that why not both? Like, why not even these demons, as we tell? Why do we think they cannot exist? Maybe they are. Like I want to give an example, like from another field, like dreams. You can approach the dreams. Sometimes they are telling you stuff, and you can approach to them like from the spiritual perspective, and say that someone put these dreams in me, like God was trying to tell me something about myself, or they are telling me the future from another universe. I don't know, like someone did this to me. But you can also approach it psychologically or biologically, because we tell stories to ourselves to make it easy to understand the world. And why don't we think that our brains create something, image, in a form, in short forms of like stories and words, and puts it like our brain creates it. It doesn't put it in itself, but it creates it. Our subconsciousness creates it, and then we see it because we need it, like from our psycho needs it. Like we create them for ourselves because we cannot consciously recognize the problem. And we create these stories to just subconsciously maybe try to recognize the problem. That happens to me like a lot of times. And I started to be conscious about my dreams, actually. I started to analyze them very, very thoughtfully, like that I used to do it maybe, but not in a way that I'm doing it right now.
Remind me to tell you after my dream.
You don't want to okay. Yeah, and some dreams are so fucking. There are dreams that it's just dream, and you feel that it's just a dream. But sometimes you feel
in your
like
veins, like you wake up and like it's there.
Yeah, you feel it with your bones that something's not wrong. Something is trying to tell me. My brain is trying to tell me. Like, I for myself decided that it's my brain. Some people will say it's a spiritual thing. Someone comes to you and puts your... Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't, like... The point is that it is given to you to work.
Actually, while we are talking to the dreams, I wanted to tell a little bit also about this interview. I was listening. It's very interesting, actually. So this guy...
with this connector.
Right? But the guy, Piotr, is always always talking about the dreams. And he has this main topic about the masturbation topic. And... when you are aroused in night when you sleep. So he's just even not saying it's a theory. He says that he knows for 100% because it happens to him a lot of times. And there are two kind of, he says, this spirit or the things. And
the explanation, he explains.
There are Inkup, and I don't remember the name. Inkup and the names. Two types of spirits. One is a male, Sukup, and Inkup.
Sukup is the female who sucks the sexual energy from men.
The man who is like sleeping at night. She's making sex with men, and the Inkup is making opposite. So in this podcast, they also came to this topic of the dreams and sex in the dreams and so on. And this woman was also telling that there are, so she relates these spirits as plasmoids, and as I said, there are 21 ranges, and she said that from every level these spirits...
Sorry for interrupting. Plasmoid is a type of demon
It can be demon, but it is also like the spirits that we cannot see. They don't have a material presentation, so you cannot
like
perceive them. Yeah,
Okay.
like a spirit, but you cannot perceive them. Yeah, and she was. They were talking about this idea of like masturbation at night. That they come to you and they rape you at night.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
I experienced that.
And
actually, so
you,
someone raped me?
as a person, you will feel enormous enjoyment at night in this sex, but like they will suck all your energy. They will suck all your energy. And there is a universal law also in the universe that if you give something to someone in one form, doesn't matter, they will give something back to you. So they are giving back to you their energy also. And this is very much dependable what kind of plasmoid will rape you. So it may be a very good one and may give you very like I don't know, some creative thoughts that will come to you, and you will wake up and then, oh, I have this idea.
Okay, interesting.
Also, they can give you very much fears from their experience. Also, maybe he's very scared spirit, or he's very bad one, and you will wake up with this shit in your mind. Sometimes you wake up and like, fuck.
After the sex dream.
Yeah, after the sex
But I
dream.
didn't really understood what kind of sex dream we are talking about. Like if I saw a dream where I'm having sex with my husband, it's the demon, or
Do you having really some masturbation, or is just like
I can have like I have a lot of sex dreams.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have sex with my husband. Sometimes masturbating.
Yeah.
Sometimes
The point is to have the orgasm.
Okay.
Yeah.
If
And
I have the
if you have
orgasm, then
the
there's
orgasm
demons.
the orgasm is the most like powerful energy that you can give to someone.
We're talking about the orgasm that I have in my dream, and then I wake up and I feel like actually I had the orgasm. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that means that they are there. Oh my god!
And what was interesting to me also, what was interesting to me, I was like, wow, that's interesting. So there's one idea, there's a concept of Black Widow, yeah, you know that Black Widow, the woman who is married,
the spider,
the woman who is married and her husband is dead, and then she's married and her husband is dead, and again and again the story is repeating.
She's a succub.
No. So what this woman was saying, that maybe there are cases that these plasmoids love very much to fell in love with the woman whom they rape, because they love their energy, sexual, and they fell in love to that woman.
So they kill her husband.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And she said that they can whisper things, and I was like, what the fuck? She said they can whisper things like to her husband, go hang yourself, go hang yourself, go hang yourself.
God.
Like, what the fuck? And then to the next husband,
imagine
go ahead,
if it's
hang
true.
yourself, go ahead. That's why I'm
And she's
saying,
like, what's happening with my husband?
yeah, and she said that
I'm having fun.
she said
at
that
night.
I had a lot of women like that coming to me and saying like, what the fuck is happening? And then I'm asking, hey, are you like at night? Well, now you see why I'm watching this
But
podcast.
but if we return to this book, according to that book, if you have like 4 husbands and they die,
you like it.
You like it.
You like it. Yeah.
Actually,
yeah, you like it. So what's the problem here? You also like the sex with plasmoids.
Oh my god! Even the sex with plasmoids. What? Yeah, I think we need to finish this.
Yeah, I think so. And also, I think you cannot repeatedly say the word sex in YouTube.
Why? Sex. It's not a bad word. We're not saying
I
fuck.
have heard that. Don't we really?
I mean, fuck is much worse.